Alrighty, good evening everybody, Saturday night, here we are, back again with your latest Fast 50 online pub quiz, and tonight it's all about video games. This is the second time we have done a video games quiz since we did the first one, 3 or 4 months ago, but this one is going to be ever so slightly different because it is the return of a 50 years quiz. Now, 50 years quiz is a great fun. I can't even remember who came up with the idea. I think it might have been Brian over in Northern Ireland. I can't remember. 50 years quizzes are where we go back 50 years, we start with a question there, and we move forward 1 year at a time with a different question about every single year coming right up until the present day. Now, normally we've gone from 1970 to 2020, but we're starting in 72 and going through to 2021, as you will see later. I am slightly see-through here. Look at that. That's absolutely fine. Right, let's have a look over at the feed. Susan, what is going on here? Susan is going for the bonus point many times, and I'll say this, you got your imaginary bonus point, Susan. Well done, you. Jen, Wana, Andre, Dana, Vlad, and Wana again is there. There we are. Yeah, already chatting about who has written the quiz. We'll talk about that in a second. You can talk about it now. You don't have to listen to me. It's entirely up to you. Right. Actually, just before we go on, a couple of quick hellos. First of all, hello to Mihai, who signed up today as a Patreon. Mihai, I really hope that you managed to sign in correctly. You know what you're doing. This stream should be on your TV or your computer, and then play the game with your smartphone, your tablet, laptop, whatever you've got. And also hello to anybody from Electronic Arts who might be joining us tonight. We did pass on the code to them because those guys have been doing some work with us, and we knew that they would enjoy this quiz. So if you're with us from Electronic Arts, make sure you give us a quick hello in the feed as well. More people coming in. Christian, Maruna and Timia as well, all playing along. It's going to be a fun one tonight. Let's talk about what happened on Wednesday. And here we go then. So Alex, who hasn't won a quiz for an awful long time, took the top spot. Well done to you, mate. It was George that came in second, and Big Bad Bula was there in third. Bula hasn't won a quiz for some weeks now, and now I've gone and said that, he'll probably go and run away with it tonight. So well done if you got into the top 10 on Wednesday for our general knowledge quiz. Just one more general knowledge quiz before Christmas, which will be this coming Wednesday. We're still trying to get some really cool prizes. So yeah, if you're not so keen on these theme quizzes, but why wouldn't you be? The general knowledge quiz is for you. So yeah, we'll do that again on Wednesday. Right, we're talking about the guest writer just a second ago. Let's tell you who it is. 'Tis this chap here, young Vlad. Vlad has been working with me on this quiz. In fact, I'd like to say it's the other way round. I have been working with Vlad because I would say 90% of all the questions that you read tonight will be written and researched by Vlad. He's done a really good job. And I will point out, of course, video gaming back in the early 70s, well, there wasn't too much of it about. So he's done a really good job of being able to create a 50 years quiz. That is the reason we're going from 72 through to 2021, because it really was quite difficult for him to find questions. Good questions from 1970 and 71. So well done, Vlad. Vlad is in the feed. If you come up with anything that you want to query or talk about, obviously I'll try and react as well. But Vlad, your man, he is there in the feed for you. Ooh, lost me for a second. Let's have a quick look at the game rules. We have got some new people coming in tonight, so it's good to pretty straightforward. Correct answer is 100 points. Incorrect answer is a big fat 0. 15 seconds to answer every question. Do make sure you confirm your answer is speed bonus is up to 50 points. Given one by every single player. The faster you answer, the more points you get. Correct, but as well. Some questions have multiple correct answers. There's one near the beginning, one right in the middle, one right at the end. Get them all right, you get that 100 points back down. So you get one wrong, 20 points. Join in with the live chat, and of course we do like it when you join in the live chat because we have a bit of a giggle live chat. We have no idea what we're going to end up talking about. We're going to get into these conversations, into these quizzes. And we start off with a regular donor, and a really cool regular donor it is. It is Altarito Mexican restaurant. Oh, we've got some loud music. Don't worry, I'll sort that out in a second. It's only on one screen. I'll make sure that I kill it on there. Thank you, Mihai, for letting me know. Yeah, okay, no worries. I've just been told about loud music on one of the screens. It's no problem. I will get rid of that when we go back to our main screen. So, Altarito, 200 lei for our winner and 100 lei for the 50th place person. We'll give an imaginary bonus point to anyone that can name the character that is on the screen there. He is from the Street Fighter series of games. Feel free to get your imaginary bonus points, chuck it in the feed, and we'll have a look at that in a second. Right, runners up. Thanks to our friends over at EA, we've got a really cool prize for the runner-up tonight, a FIFA 21 game code for the PS4 and PS5. It's the same code, but it works for either console, so if you've been lucky enough to get a PS5 already, and you haven't had to wait for Santa to bring you one, that code will work for you. FIFA 21, it's only just come out in recent weeks, and we will give you a copy for your PlayStation if you are our runner-up tonight. And then more prizes from EA. Need for Speed Heat, the racing game. We've given this away before. This time it is a game code for the PC. So most of you have a PC or a laptop, I would imagine. So this is a perfect prize for you. And that will go to third place. We don't often do first, second and third. But that's what we're doing tonight. So thank you, EA, for passing those over to us. That's first, second and third. 25th place will be our very final photo session with Santa. We said it was the final one on Wednesday, but actually the person that won on Wednesday had actually already won it by coincidence. So there you go. You're lucky. It's been gifted back, and we will give out our final photo session with Santa, thanks to Kidtastic. That must be taken up in the next 5 or 6 days, but we'll be in contact with you straight away afterwards. We'll need your phone number, as we do with all these prizes, and we'll hook you up and get you and your kids or whoever you want to take along to meet Santa and get some photos. And then once again, onto the lucky wheel for gold and silver Patreons. We've been very lucky to have Cocktails at Midnight supporting us. And I've still got the details of the shot box on the screen, but the one that we're giving away now is the cocktail box, which comes with a whole ton of stuff with 5 ready-mixed cocktails. These will be delivered to you on New Year's Eve. Okay, so if you win this, or if you have won this, make sure you contact me with your address. I need your address and I need your phone number. Now, I have written to all of you that have won, and only 2 people have replied, and if we don't get your details soon, then we won't be able to get you booked in. So please, if you have already won this, so Reluca, I've heard from you, and Christian, I've heard from you, but Alexandru, Mihaela, Anna and Alina, please send me your addresses so that we can hook you up. And if you win tonight, make sure you send me your phone number and address as well. Right, I'm going to come back to the main screen, and I might well have the loud music on. Do not panic. Is it this screen? Is it this screen? No, this one seems to be off. All right. Is this the one with the loud music? Yeah, okay, there's no music on this one. It might have just been on the game rules screen, so apologies for that. I thought I'd turned it off on all of them. Sagat, no, it's not Sagat Warner, but please keep guessing. Do you know what? I've now completely forgotten his name, but someone's going to remember it at some point. Do not panic, words to live by. Don't panic. Yeah, Dad's Army. Got to love that, right? Okay, so there you go. I'm sure most of you have played this before, but if you haven't, it's 50 fast-paced questions. This quiz is a 50 years quiz, so we're going to go starting in... I think Juana's nailed it. Alfuerte, I remember now. That's him. Imaginary bonus point, Juana, for the Brazilian Street Fighter. I think he wasn't in Street Fighter 2. He was in like one of the updates after... I think it was like Street Fighter 2 Part 10 or whatever they did, because they did so many different Street Fighter 2s. Anyway, more Hitchhiker's Guide. Loving that idea. That's good. Anyway, moving on. 50 questions, starting in 72. 1 question per year, all the way up to the present day. I think this quiz is quite tough. I probably would get about 10 of these questions right, but I know you guys are all gamers. You all know your stuff, and I think you're going to do rather well. So thank you to Vlad for writing it. As I say, he is in the feed. I spotted him earlier. He is over there somewhere. He will keep chatting to you as we go. We will get into the quiz. I'll check and make sure that there is no horrible background sound on the main screen when we get there. We'll go over live in a second, but get your handsets ready. I'm going to get you going. Good luck, everybody. Let's see if we can find a winner this evening. Onto our live screen here. And 1972, what was the name of the first commercial home console? What was the name? Ooh, there we go. Look. It was on. It was on. So what's the name of the first commercial home console from 1972? You can see a picture there. We're going to do some retro gaming behind me as well as we quiz away. It's called the Magnavox Odyssey. Oh yeah, Christy T goes straight into the lead with Simo, Dan, Ruxy and Dana J in the top 5 there. Sound is all good now. Yeah, look, I've just gone over to my little mixer here. Addy, yeah, smiling at me. I spotted. I thought I'd turn them all off, Addy. My fault. but I've learnt what to do. No panic. I'm getting so good at this streaming stuff, really. I'm like such an expert. PewDiePie, eat your heart out. Question number 2. Maze War, the first game from a first-person perspective, was created in which institute? NASA, MIT, Xerox, or Stanford? So a couple of very random questions coming up as we go through the 70s, because video gaming in the 70s, there wasn't too much of it, and Vlad has done a great job of creating some questions. It was created by NASA, only 11.9% of you getting that one right. Well done if you were one of the... Wow, barely 12% of you that got it. Christy T leads from Ruxy in second. Dan is in third. Simo in fourth. And Mrs. John Thornton comes in to fifth place. 140 points for 3 of our players. Remember, you will be separated by how quickly your accumulative answers are. So the faster you are over the entire quiz, the higher up you will be if you are tied with another player. Here's your next one. What is the name of the company behind arcade hits such as Pac-Man, Pole Position and Tekken? This is relating to 1974. There's a good reason for this, because they did merge with another company in 1974. So we allowed it for 1974. Square, Namco, Sega or Konami are your 4 options. And the correct answer here is Namco. So that one was a little bit easier, thankfully. Oh, the Turtles game. Do you remember this? Oh, but the arcade version with the 4 joysticks. Oh, lovely. I bet my brother's playing. He would have loved that game. All right, Simo into the lead. Christy into second. Ruxy, Mrs. John Thornton, and the Super Tansley brothers, who are winning the Best Team Name Award already tonight. Love that, Super Tansley brothers. That's your top 5. Just 3 questions in. Tons to go. Oh, look at that puzzle game behind me now. What word is missing from the title of this arcade game? So he's blocked it out on there. Look. Something Jaws. Something Jaws. What word could be there? Deep, super, shark or terror? Look at that old arcade machine. All right, your time is up. And it's Shark Jaws. That's all they called it. Believed to be the first commercially released movie tie-in game. That was actually released to tie in with the movie Jaws. And when we were younger, me and my brothers and sisters and my cousins, we used to get taken down to a pier in Hastings, which is a seaside town near us. And on the pier, it was because they were cheap probably, they just had loads of really rubbish 70s arcade machines. We used to play them and think they were the greatest thing ever. They clearly weren't. Number 5, the game Death Race was the first to be known for what? I will also point out that it wasn't actually in the 70s. We're talking like mid-80s to early 90s when we were going down there. So that's not the reason that the 70s arcade machines were there. It was just like the video arcade that was left to die, and we went along and played them. Controversy regarding violence is the correct answer, 42.6%. Now, controversy regarding violence was prevalent in video gaming, wasn't it? 2000s, really, like with Mortal Kombat and Doom and things like that. But this was the very first one. And when you look at the screenshot, you wonder why. But there you go. The Super Tansley brothers into the lead. Christy T in second, Simo in third, Dana and Dan in fourth and fifth. Those guys have yet to get one wrong. Here comes your next question on 1977. Released by RCA this year, what sport featured in this game? Look at the screenshot. What sport is that? I am see-through. I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to stay a little bit see-through. It's the white shirt. It doesn't matter. Time is up. Could you work it out? It is baseball. 21.7%. That is meant to be baseball. And actually you can work it out because it's on the left is the batter, essentially, and then the guys on the right are the fielders, and then the bases are the squares. And so it was baseball. Super Tansley brothers get it. Simo gets it. They stay in second. Rolling and Apparolling, you're into third. Cornelio comes into fourth. Christy T is there in fifth. Susan, the 70s are a tough time for these video game questions. Don't you worry. Keep going. We'll celebrate when you get one. How many descending aliens are in the original version of Space Invaders? We've even put it on the screen for you. Can you quickly count them? 45, 50, 55 or 60? We felt this was a fair question. We're really saying how many can you see on your screen? So a chance for everybody here. It is 55. Well done if you managed to quickly count them up. It seems like most of you did. 59.7% of you getting it right. So, yeah, 5 by 11 is all you had to know. Super Tansley brothers still leading from Simo, Christy T, Dan and Dana. That is your top 5. Do let us know, Susan, when you get a question right, and we will give you a little high five. Where are we then? 7 down. Still in the 70s. One more question to go. Is that Fred Flintstone behind me? I think it is. Oh, it's Toy Story now. Richard Garriott released his first game in this year. What nickname is he also known as? Now, this is a very famous person in the gaming world, both then and now. So for the real gamers amongst you, you might well know him. He's known as Lord British. 27.9% of you managing to get that one right. Details about him on screen. He did get his name from his Dungeons and Dragons friends, so he called him Lord British. Why not? Simo into the lead, 732 points. Super Tansley Brothers are in second. Yulia now in third. Corneliu fourth, and Christy T in fifth. And just like that, it's a real spread across the scores. It was close a minute ago, but it's Simo that got that last one right, and they are in the lead. On to the 80s, the wonderful, wonderful 80s. 1980, the character Pac-Man was inspired by what? Already I feel better about these questions. As soon as we hit the 80s and we get Pac-Man, things are good in the world, right? I feel bad because I've been saying this is retro gaming behind me and they just showed a Toy Story game. I'm like, how can Toy Story be retro gaming? But I guess it was. A pizza is the correct answer. 64.5% of you getting that one right. The image of a pizza with a missing slice was the inspiration for Toru Iwatani, the man that created Pac-Man. Simo, look at the lead they're building. Simo in the lead. Christy T, Dan, Super Tansley Brothers and Dana J is your top five. So yeah, they almost called him Puckman afterwards, but it was the pizza that inspired the shape, first of all. The character Mario made his debut in Donkey Kong under which name? So what was Mario called? Susan, do you have one correct yet? Oh, NBA Jam behind me. God, the money I wasted on this game. And then it came out on the Super Nintendo. Oh my God, one of the greatest games ever. Loved it. All right, so Mario was known as Jumpman. And 79% of you getting that one right. Jumpman was his name. Simo approaching 1,000 points. Christy T in second. Dan is in third. The Super Tansley Brothers, loving that name, in fourth. And Dana J in fifth. Pac-Man and Super Mario and Donkey Kong in 2 questions about the 80s. It doesn't get much better, does it? Yes, it does, because you've still got 40 questions to come. Here comes question number 11. What is the name of this character on your screen? Pengo, Kirby, Dig Dug or Q*bert? Is Simo going to continue their domination? Let's have a look and see how they answer. All right, your time is up. That's Q*bert. I love this game as well. We were allowed to play this at school at lunchtime on the 2 computers that my school had. This is when I was 11, so it was a long time ago. 68.9% of you getting that one right. Well done. Simo does indeed break that 1,000 points first. Holds on to the lead. Super Tansley Brothers are fighting back. They've gone back into second. Dan is there in third. We died 69 times. Speed running 874 points. And Tio into the top 5, 853. More from the 80s, 1983. True or false, during the video game crash of this year, Atari buried hundreds of thousands of unsold video game cartridges in a New Mexico landfill site. Is that true or false? Well done, Susan. Susan, after 11 questions, got one right. Congratulations. The comeback starts here, Sue. Get on it. True, yeah, this is quite well known, isn't it? All those cartridges of E.T. We even put the E.T. cartridge on the screen there just to help you out a little bit. So, you know, we're giving a few of these answers away. We're being kind. It was a myth at one point, like an urban myth, but then they went and dug them up. They funded it and they went and dug them up and they found it was true. Simo still leads then. Super Tansley Brothers. Dan, we died 69 times speed running. And It's-a-me Mario into the top 5. Good evening to you, whoever you are. True or false, the creator of Tetris, Alexei Pajitnov, never received any royalty payments for the game. So, did he receive any royalties from Tetris? All right, time's up. True or false? We were looking for false. And look at that, you disbelievers. 85% thinking it's true. Oh, he did. There was for a while he didn't, but then in 1996 he did, and he became incredibly rich from the royalties and continues to do so, as does his estate. So, yeah, only 15% of you getting that one right. Simo got it right and extends the lead. What a lead we have. Is Bula playing as Simo tonight, or is Bula just popping round to Simo's house or something? What is going on? Dredri up into second. Super Tansley Brothers in third. Dan, and we died 69 times. Multiple answers, select 3 characters that appear in the first Super Mario Brothers. 3 of them are correct. Get them all. for all the points. Is that Bubble Bobble behind me? No? Yes, it is. Bubble Bobble. What a game. Toad, Bowser, Peach are the correct answers. Yoshi and Wario, they appeared in 1990 and 1992. Simo still leads. Super Tansley Brothers second. Dan third. We died 69 times. And It's Me Mario are your top 5. Dree popped in and popped back out again. Let's hope we get you back into the top 5 in a second. But it's Simo having the good questions so far. Will they continue as we head on to 1986? In Metroid, what does the title refer to? What does the title Metroid mean? Is it a spaceship, the protagonist, a planet, or an alien species? Metroid. All right, your answers are flying in and your time, it is up. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. An alien species, 31.1% is the correct answer. Yes, Metroid is actually the aliens. And finally, Simo gets one wrong, which has allowed the Tansley brothers to close in. They are just 102 points now behind Simo, who still leads. It's Me Mario jumps up into third. Aerial Souls for the first time into the top 5. You've got 4th spot. And Dan hanging around in 5th. You're actually tied with Aerial Souls. You're just separated by speed of answer. Okay, still in the 80s, 1987. What is the name of the final boss in Metal Gear? Yeah, this is before it became Metal Gear Solid, of course. Metal Gear was the very first game. What is the name of the final boss in Metal Gear? Right, not overly creative with the name of the big boss. He was called Big Boss. 33.3% of you getting it right. In the later games, he became Naked Snake. But he was simply Big Boss in the original Metal Gear game. So well done if you got that. Simo, back to getting answers correct. Super Tansley Brothers, Aerial Souls, Dan, and It's Me Mario are your top 5. It's nice to see we've got some really big video game fans. I hope you're finding this quiz fun. I like it. Just a couple more from the 80s. Here's number 17, 1988. Look at the picture. Who's that? Who is in the picture? It is a screenshot from a game, a very famous game from 1988. All right, answers are flying in now. It's not just a famous game from 1988. It's one of the biggest franchises in the world. That is John Madden, as in John Madden Football. That was the very first game, which I did have back in the day. I don't really play the Madden games now, but I certainly did when it was on the Super Nintendo. Absolutely adored it. Simo still leads. Super Tansley Brothers second. Dan is in third. Aerial Souls in 4th. And It's Me Mario, very much in touch, in 5th place. Yeah, most of my gaming was on the Super Nintendo, and that's about it, I'm afraid. That's where it all ended for me. Number 18. Which machine is advertised in this slogan? So, the Sony PlayStation, Sega Genesis, Atari Lynx, or the Commodore Amiga 500. We've blanked it out. Ticking down. Let's have a look and see how you answered. Correct answer is the Sega Genesis, known as the Sega Mega Drive across Europe, but in this particular advert it did say Sega Genesis. That was in the battle of the consoles, you know, where Sega and Nintendo were going head to head. They've come together in more recent times, but they certainly were big rivals back in the 80s and 90s. Simo still in the lead with the Super Tansley Brothers in second. Dan in third. It's Me Mario moves up a place to 4th. Aerial Souls drops back 1 place to 5th. On to the 90s. This is a screenshot from which game? 1990 this game came out. It's a screenshot from which game? Time is up. Cracking game this one as well. The Secret of Monkey Island. You guys remember this one. Look, 59.7% of you getting that one right. Well done if you did. And you can, I mean, looking at the screen, as we point out here, none of the LucasArts games currently on Steam cost more than $20, which is pretty much paying homage to that screenshot right there. Simo still leads. Super Tansley Brothers in second. Dan in third. It's Me Mario in 4th. And Aerial Souls still in 5th. So it's as you were with that top 5. Here's your next one. 91. What colour was the X button on a Super Nintendo controller? Blue, red, yellow, or green? What colour was the X button on a Super Nintendo controller? Now, we have this question in 1991 because this was the year that the Super Nintendo was released across North America. It came out a year before, admittedly, in Japan and a year after across Europe, but we've managed to pop it in 1991 there. It was the blue button. The blue button at the top was the X button. Simo getting that one wrong, allowing It's-a-Me Mario to catch up. He's got into second place. I presume it's a boy. You might be a girl. You're just saying you're called Mario. That's a boy's name. We're going with it. Super Tansley Brothers. That's quite a good name, isn't it? They're in third. Dan is in fourth. Aerial Souls still holding on to fifth. So a close quiz, but it's Simo still leading the way. Question number 21. Which of these is not one of the tracks in the original Super Mario Kart? So more Mario references, but how can we have a video game quiz going through the 80s and 90s and not mention Mario many, many times? Not going to make any apologies for that. That's not him behind me right now, is it? No. Who's that then? Don't know. Sweet Sweet Canyon is the correct answer. 32.8% of you getting that one right. Sweet Sweet Canyon is a track in Mario Kart, but Mario Kart 8, it's one of the more recent tracks. So we were looking for Donut Plains, Choco Island, and Ghost Valley as being your incorrect answers there. Simo is being caught up here. Simo in the lead, but the Super Tansley Brothers have now got into second place, and they really are catching you up. It's-a-Me Mario third, Aerial Souls fourth, Ruxy in fifth. The Adventures games, The Seventh Guest and Myst were credited for the widespread adoption of what? So which piece of technology? The Adventure games, Seventh Guest and Myst were credited for the widespread adoption of what? So kind of a history question here, I guess you could say. Well, I suppose all of these are history questions. That's silly to say. CD-ROM drives is the correct answer, and 29.5% of you getting it right. Both games made heavy use of pre-rendered 3D graphics, which were a great fit for the then new CD-ROM format. Myst became the best-selling PC game until 2002, when it was surpassed by The Sims. Simo gets that one right, breaks 2,000 points. Super Tansley Brothers tagging along, they're in second. It's-a-Me Mario holds on to third. Ruxy up to fourth, and Alex comes into the top 5 in fifth. 1994. The PlayStation released this year in Japan originated from a foul collaboration between Sony and which other company? So Sony and which other company? All right, your time is up. Let's have a look and see what you've gone for here. Now, did you know this? Well, yeah, the majority of you getting it. It was Sony and Nintendo, believe it or not. 37.7% of you getting it right. Their whole failed collaboration ended up being the PlayStation. Very, very cool. With that question, the Super Tansley Brothers have gone into the lead. 2,077 points. Simo in second. It's-a-Me Mario very much there in third. Ruxy in fourth. Alex is in fifth. We're halfway through the 90s. This is about 1995. The first annual Electronic Entertainment Expo, or E3, was held in which US city? So the very first one was held in 1995, but in which US city was it? Dallas, Atlanta, Seattle, or LA? And the correct answer is Los Angeles, California. 43.5% of you getting that one right. Our top players get it. And I tell you what, we are going to have a close one here. I can just feel it. Super Tansley Brothers still lead, but Simo is in second with It's-a-Me Mario tucked in just behind. Ruxy is catching up. Alex is through 2,000 points as well. We're nearly halfway. Oh, next question will be on 1996. Well spotted, Jon. That was a little clue in the picture. The flag, yep. The flag of California. 96. Which musician is credited with the music and sound design of the first-person shooter Quake? This is your halfway point, question 25. Yeah, as Jon pointed out in the previous question, you could just see the flag of California if you look very, very carefully. We decided to leave that in. We do give clues sometimes. Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails is the correct answer. 56.5% of you getting that one. I thought it was a tricky question. Clearly not. Oh, look at this. Super Tansley Brothers still lead, but it's-a-Me Mario who now goes into second. Simo has dropped to third. Maybe the 70s and 80s were Simo's time. Who knows? Ruxy is in fourth. Alex is in fifth. Ooh. All right, so that's your halfway point. We're on to question 26. It will be about 1997. GoldenEye 007 was released for which console? GoldenEye 007 was released for which console? You have to follow what Vlad is saying over here. He's coming up with some brilliant stuff. Nintendo 64 is the correct answer here, often cited as one of the greatest games ever. I doubt they really expected that when they were making it, because it's GoldenEye. It wasn't even one of the best movies ever. It wasn't even one of the best Bond movies ever. But there you go. Nintendo 64 was the correct answer there. And just like that, It's-a Me Mario now goes into the lead. Simo fights back and goes into second. Super Tansley Brothers drop like a stone to third. Ruxy and Alex are in fourth and fifth. What a battle we have. Which of these games was not a launch title for the Game Boy Color? So 3 of them launched when the Game Boy launched, the Game Boy Color launched, but one of them did not. Which one? Tricky question, but let's have a look and see how you've... It's not tricky at all. 70.5% of you getting it right. Yeah, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets was the last Game Boy Color game to be released in 2002. The last one that was specifically made for the Game Boy Color. So well done if you got that one right. It's-a Me Mario got it and continues to lead from Ruxy, who now goes into second. Alex is in third. Simo drops to fourth and Christy T is in fifth. We've lost the Super Tansley Brothers, but I'm sure they'll be back at some point. Last one of the 90s. Released in this year. What was the name of the 4th Tomb Raider game? The 4th Tomb Raider game. What was its subtitle? Keep going, Nigel. Just keep guessing your way. You might end up with a spot prize. Last Revelation is the correct answer. 47.5%. Last Crusade, of course, was Indiana Jones. 47.5% of you getting that one right. It's-a Me Mario stays in the lead. Ruxy holds on to second. Alex is in third. Christy T is in fourth. Simo just a few points back in fifth. They're certainly not out of it. They may have dropped from first to fifth very quickly, but still very much in touch. So the 90s are over. We're going into the 2000s. Is this going to be helpful for you? We will see. Here's number 29. Select 3 families that were playable in the first Sims game. I never played The Sims. I feel like this quiz is just me telling you about things I've never done. Movies I've never watched, TV shows I don't watch, books I haven't read, games I haven't played. Oh. So the 3 families that were playable in the first Sims game were Pleasant, Newbie and Goth. The other 2 are from Johnny Quest and Gravity Falls, rather randomly. It's-a Me Mario holds on to the lead, but it's only a very slight lead. It's 8 points after 29 questions. 8 points. Ruxy in second, Alex in third, Christy T in fourth, Simo in fifth. That was a tough one for a lot of you. That was a tough one. That has shaken it up. But I tell you what, we might well get a brand new winner tonight. That would be good. Question number 30. What is the name of this machine, which is a Pong-like game with pain feedback? It was invented in 2001. It looks absolutely horrible. Susan's only got 2 questions right. That's all right, Susan. Keep going. Aim for 5. Aim for 5 in total. It's called the Pain Station. Well done if you got that one right, because that really is very random. Sting Pong would have been a much better name for it, I agree. But it's the Pain Station. 20.3% of you getting it. Ruxy now takes the lead from It's-a Me Mario in second. Alex is in third. Christy T in fourth. Simo gets that one right and stays in fifth. Barely 200 points separating our top 5 players. 20 questions to go. This one is on 2002. What is the name of this game, first released this year? So, look at the picture. Which game is that? All right, your time is up. Let's see how you've answered here. I've got a feeling this could be high. Yeah, fairly high. 68.3% of you recognising Kingdom Hearts, the role-playing game made for the PlayStation 2. Ruxy gets it. It's-a Me Mario gets it. Alex gets it. Simo gets it and moves on back up into fourth. Christy T is there in fifth. Bonus points. Really paying off. Pain Station. Good name for a band as well. A metal band. Pain Station. Maybe there is a band called Pain Station. Someone find out. 2003, originally titled Diablo, which Vin Diesel film changed its name following a lawsuit from Blizzard Entertainment? So it's a bit of a movie question we've snuck in there. Well done, Vlad, for getting a movie question in. I am keeping an eye on my messages just in case anything else comes up here. No, we're all good. A Man Apart is the correct answer here. 8.3% of you getting that one right. Well done if you did. Very tricky question indeed. Ruxy still leads, but Simo goes from 5th to 4th, back to 2nd. It's Me Mario 3rd, Alex in 4th. Christy T is sitting in 5th. Whew. Well, where are we? 2003. We've got to move on to 2004. What is the name of the multi-dimensional empire that enslaves the Earth before the events of Half-Life 2? I have to make some notes every now and again, so I'm just making one now. For myself. The Combine is the correct answer here. 38.7%. The Combine, I thought that was a harvester. I don't know. Combine. Thanks for that. I know nothing about Half-Life 2. I'm learning as well. Well done if you got it. Ruxy got it. Christy T got it. They're 1st and 2nd. The Super Tansley brothers have popped back in. They're up to 3rd. Simo is in 4th. It's Me Mario, who I feel may have had their moment in the 80s and 90s. Correct me if I'm wrong. They've dropped down to 5th. 2005. Which popular driving game was first released this year in 2005? Yon's happy about a Half-Life question. I'm telling you now, there's no Worms question, I'm afraid, Yon. That was one of my favourite games, actually. That was on the PlayStation, so I was selling myself short earlier. I did play a lot of PlayStation when I was younger. The original one. Forza Motorsport is the correct answer, and that is what you can see on your screens. 19.7% of you getting that one right. And I tell you what, I wrote off It's Me Mario, and I take it back. I am sorry. Ruxy leads, but It's Me Mario back up to 2nd. Simo 3rd. Alex in 4th. Christy T in 5th. What a quiz we've got. It really is chop and change, but Ruxy has held the lead for some time now. Whew. Here comes your next one, number 35 on 2006. Which of these sports is not included in Wii Sports? How many of you did that to your sister or your brother? Golf, tennis, basketball or bowling? We will not improve on that GIF this evening. That is the best one so far. It's basketball. There was no basketball in there at all, and you all have Wii Sports, which is unsurprising. It is one of the best-selling games of all time. 95.2% of you getting that one right. So it was all about the bonus points there. Good question for Ruxy. She holds on to the lead. It's Me Mario stays in 2nd. Simo very much in touch for 3rd. Alex in 4th. Christy T in 5th. Remember, we got prizes for 1st, 2nd and 3rd tonight, as well as 25th and 50th. So plenty to play for absolutely everybody. On to 2007. Released this year, Assassin's Creed takes place during which of the following? Is it the First Crusade, Second Crusade, Third Crusade, or the Fourth Crusade? Yon, I did try and play that Worms, like an upgraded version of it for the Xbox One or whatever. I just didn't like it. The simple original one was the one I really liked. Third Crusade is the correct answer. 31.1% of you getting that one right. And I tell you what, I apologise sincerely to It's Me Mario, because I've said that maybe you peaked during the 80s and 90s when you dropped down there rather heavily, and just like that, you've gone into the lead. So you're welcome. I think I contributed to that in some way. You are leading. Ruxy in 2nd, Simo 3rd, Super Tansley Brothers 4th, and Alex in 5th. 2008 in Grand Theft Auto, what business does Nico Bellic's cousin own? You can read it. So it's Grand Theft Auto 4, isn't it? That's exactly it, Yon. The 2D version, not the 3D horrible ones. Just the 2D simple one that I used to play. Loved it. A Taxi Company. 48.3% of you getting that one right. Well done if you got it. Look how close this is. How many times am I going to say that? But It's Me Mario does lead 25 points only ahead of Ruxy, who's only 24 points ahead of Simo. And then it's only, 19 points back to the Super Tansley brothers. It's good to have you back in the top 5. And Alex is then only 57 points behind them. Wow. Okay, this is a good one tonight. Loving it. On to 2009. True or false, the developers of Angry Birds decided on pigs as the enemy because of the then ongoing swine flu pandemic. Is that true or is that false? Your final question of this decade. Time is up. Yeah, it's true, and 71% of you getting it right. Yeah, they chose pigs because at the time it was a bit of a nightmare, the whole swine flu thing, and they decided to punish the pigs for that. Ruxy, back into the lead. We've lost It's a Me Mario. He's gone down to third. Simo has leapt up into second. The Super Tansley Brothers, free. Great score. You're in fourth, and Alex sit in fifth. Oh, I haven't played for a long time, Jon, but I'd love to play again. Lots of people talking about San Andreas and Vice City. Great games. Oh, look at this one. Do you recognise this? What's the title of this game? It's from 2010. We're into the tens, or the teens. I'm not going to read all of that out. That would just be ridiculous. All right, so which game is that? It was called VVVVVV. VVVVVV. Yeah, 6 Vs. 38.7%. It's a 2010 platform game where jumping is replaced by the switching of gravity. Sounds fun. Simo gets it right and goes into the lead again. Ruxy in second. The Super Tansley Brothers in third. Alex in fourth. Christy T is there in fifth. We've lost It's a Me Mario. He's out the top 5. Oh, I'm so sorry. Question number 40, 2011. Which actor voices the robot Wheatley in Portal 2? Wheatley in Portal 2. It is one of those 4 famous people. And your time is up. Let's see how you've answered here. It is that big, tall, lanky actor, Stephen Merchant, who you will know possibly from being the writing partner of Ricky Gervais, but he's a very accomplished writer and actor in his own accord as well. Well done if you got it. 37.7% of you did get that one right. Ruxy leads, but it's a slender lead with Simo in second, Super Tansley Brothers in third, Alex in fourth, Christy T is in fifth. Remember, we've got dinner at Altarito. Oh, sorry, dinner to be delivered to you from Altarito. FIFA 21 and Need for Speed Heat to be won for our top 3. Which art institution held an exhibition showcasing the evolution of art in video games in 2012? Nigel, when it's not your night, it's not your night. But I tell you what, there's still the 50th place prize. You never know. Time is up. It was the Smithsonian American Art Museum. 60% of you getting that one right. It still stays close, but Ruxy picks up some good bonus points there. Holds on to the lead. Simo in second. Alex is now into third. Christy T is in fourth. The Super Tansley Brothers down to fifth. Can't remember the last time we had so many different leaders. I'm sure it's going to change again. Oh, Paperboy behind me. There's a good game for you. Okay, we're going to move on to question 42 and 2013. Which Call of Duty game was released this year? Which Call of Duty game was released this year in 2013? And your time, it is up. It's Ghosts, 45.2%. Ghost, who is in Call of Duty, a friend of mine actually does the voice for him, and he is half Romanian as well. Some of you may have seen him perform. He's a comedian called Jeff Leach, and he performed at Mojo many, many times. He is actually the voice of Ghost in Call of Duty. There you go. Simo, back into the lead, 3,946 points. Ruxy in second, Super Tansley Brothers third, Alex and Christy are fourth and fifth. We move on to question 43, 2014. What number appears in the title of this indie video game? Please enter a 1-digit answer. Well, we haven't had any open-ended questions yet. I think this is the first one of the evening. A 1-digit answer, please. 5 is the correct answer. 33% of you getting it right. 5 for Five Nights at Freddy's. And we did ask you to put the digit in, not type out the word, so no complaining. Simo gets it right. 2 good questions for Simo, and they've broken 4,000 points, and they're building a bit of a lead as we go into the final few questions. Ruxy second, Super Tansley Brothers in third. Codrin, he's just from nowhere coming to the top 5. He's got 4th spot. Alex sits in 5th. 7 questions remain then. This is on 2015. Which video game developer released Rocket League in this year? Psyonix, Acquire, Codemasters or Gameloft. One of them is the game developer responsible for Rocket League. Hugely popular game. And the correct answer is Psyonix. 37.1% of you getting that one right. SEMO has been strong throughout this quiz. They did drop back a little bit, but they seem to be all right with the recent years as well. Super Tansley Brothers have fought back. They're into second. Ruxy third. Codrin is in fourth. Christie is in fifth. Top 3 players will get a prize, remember. We've only got 6 remaining. 6 more questions. Your next question will be question number 45. 2016. What is the in-game name of this person considered to be the best League of Legends player ever? Baker, Faker, Laker, or Maker? Yeah, Rocket League, guys, you're just mentioning that. I'm really bemused by that one. I've never played it. I'm sure it's incredibly good fun, but why is it so popular? Why? Faker is the correct answer. 54.8%. We've got the Bakers in there. There you go. 54.8%. Well done if you got it right. SEMO did get it and holds on to a lead. And with only 5 questions to go, they have a big advantage. Street Fighter going off behind me. Super Tansleys are in second. Ruxy third. Codrin is in fourth. And Christie is in fifth. 5 to go. This is on 2017. What is the first letter of this game? 1 letter answer, please. No punctuation, no space. What is the first letter of the game? This looks like a lot of fun to play. It's very beautiful. That's Outrun behind me, is it? I think it is. C for Cuphead. 50% of you getting that one right. SEMO, 4 questions to go, just building on their lead. Super Tansley Brothers in second. Ruxy third. Codrin is in fourth, but still very much in with a shout of a prize. And Christy T, you as well. You could still get a prize. You're sitting in fifth. Is it a difficult game? It won't be any good for me. Oh, look at this. This was Summer Games, right? Next question, 2018. What is the name of the main character in Red Dead Redemption 2? Arthur Dent, Arthur Daly, Arthur Shelby, Arthur Morgan. What is his name? The main character in Red Dead Redemption 2. That's so hard to say fast. Red Dead Redemption 2. It's Arthur Morgan. Well done if you got it. Arthur Dent is from the Hitchhiker's Guide. You're welcome. I knew it was coming. Arthur Daly is from a TV show called Minder, which was back in the 80s in the UK. Arthur Shelby is from Peaky Blinders, and his name was Arthur Morgan. SEMO still leads from Ruxy. Codrin goes into third. Super Tansley Brothers are in fourth, and Christy T is in fifth. We've only got 3 questions remaining. Wow. Here comes question 48. This is on 2019. What video game are Thor, Korg and Mike seen playing in Avengers Endgame? Oh, Alina, we went over so many games that weren't in. We could do this again 100 times because of the brilliant games that we could put in. Fortnite is the correct answer, and 73.8% of you getting it right. This is going to be SEMO's quiz to lose. They haven't won it yet, but they are looking good in the lead with Ruxy in second. Codrin is in third, but it's super close for that third spot. Super Tansley Brothers in fourth. Christy T in fifth. We can do this one again, guys. Don't worry. We had the same with the literature quiz, remember? Where there were loads of books that we didn't want. Right, number 49. What are the initials of this footballer featured in FIFA 21? What a nice shirt that man is wearing as well. What's his initials? 2-letter answer, please. And your time is up. GH for Georgia Haji. Yes, it's Haji in the picture. And thank you to EA for giving me one of these rather beautiful replica Romania special edition shirts to wear this evening. That's very, very kind of you. The shirt was only available for a very limited time in-game on December the 1st as a special thing that you had to do. Anyway, thank you for the shirt. I appreciate it. We've got 1 question to go. SEMO's going to win this quiz. Ruxy, Codrin, Super Tansley Brothers and Christy T are in for a prize as well. Good luck. Final question. Select the 3 games that are confirmed to be released next year. Well, no, I think we can all agree it's not his best look. Here we go then. So it's SEMO, Ruxy and Codrin that hold on to the prize spots at the moment. Will it stay that way? 3 games that are going to be out next year are Far Cry 6, Hogwarts Legacy and Halo Infinite. Cyberpunk 2007 was released on December the 10th, and there have been no Warcraft 4 announcements yet, we are told. Well, look at this. Is this your first win? I think it might be, and if it isn't, I do apologise, but we're going to say well done anyway. Simo, you got it. Simo, you win with 4,980 points. And here it comes. 3, 2, 1. There's your magic sprinkles. You take the win tonight. Just 20 points off the magical 5,000 points, which suggests it was a tough quiz tonight. Ruxy, you will be a winner as well. You're going to get a copy of FIFA 21 featuring this shirt. Actually, you can't get this shirt in it now because you had to get it on December the 1st. But anyway, you're going to get a copy of FIFA 21 for the PlayStation 4 or 5 if you have one. Codrin, well done to you. It took you a while to get into the top 5, so maybe the later games from recent years suited you a bit better, but you did get into the top 5 and you ended up in the top 3, which means that you'll get a copy of Need for Speed Heat on the PC. Unlucky to the Super Tansley brothers, who put up a tremendous fight, and they were only 18 points off a prize. 4th place. Christy T finished in 5th. Alex was in 6th. Ariel Soul 7th. Corneliu down in 8th. Dana got a 9th place finish, and Dan in 10th. It is the first win for Simona. Well done, darling. You've won yourself 200 lei from Altarito, which is rather cool. And yeah, you're going to get all the plaudits. That's a rather weird game behind me, isn't it? Anyway, what are we going to do? All right, let's quickly remind you of the spot prizes. So we already know that Simo is going to get the top prize. But 50th place as well. If you were in 50th, you're going to get 100 lei for Altarito. So Simo, 200 lei. You can order from Monday throughout the week and just enjoy yourself. Well done. You thoroughly deserve that. Ruxy, as we've told you, you'll get the game code. You will need to contact me and I will send that to you. But thank you to EA for sending this over to us. A game code for FIFA 21 for the PS4 or PS5. And Codrin, if you could do the same, mate, just drop me a quick line and I will hook you up with a game code for Need for Speed Heat, the latest Need for Speed game, and that is for the PC. One other prize, which is the 25th place photo session with Santa Claus with Kidtastic. I know lots of you really want this, so if you have finished in 25th position tonight, that will be for you. Make sure you drop me a line as quickly as possible with your phone number so that I can send it to Kidtastic. They'll be in touch and they'll hook you up and get you sorted. And we're going to give away one more prize this evening on our Lucky Wheel, which will be a cocktail box from Cocktails at Midnight, delivered in December, almost definitely on New Year's Eve. So we will need to have your name, your phone number, and your home address so that we can get that sorted for you. All right, let's just get rid of a couple of bits and pieces over here. We don't need that, and we don't need that. And I think we should go over to our Lucky Wheel screen. And here is our Lucky Wheel screen, cutting off my head, didn't like that. All right, what else have we got going on over here? Oh, nice, just coming in 51st. Jen's got the... Jen, please, this is our last opportunity for somebody to go and meet Santa because we can't give it away on Wednesday. So if you do know anybody over here, do let us know. Yeah, lots of people asking for video games that weren't included. Of course, we couldn't put everything in. So we have got tons of I'm trying to think, the video games that weren't in there. There's just so many good ones. I'm not going to go over them all now. But yeah, maybe Vlad will write it again, or if anybody else wants to come in and give it a go, you're very much welcome to do it. Do you want to put it on the wheel? Jen, we'll put it on the wheel. Lovely. Right. One thing we will do on the wheel, first of all, is put you into alphabetical order. And I'm going to add young Wana, because Wana has just this evening become a silver supporter. So Wana, I just noticed that whilst we were playing. Thank you so much for upgrading to silver. You are now on the wheel. Hopefully you can see yourself on there. And we're going to have 2 prizes. Thank you so much, Jen. So we're going to give away the first prize. The first prize will be Santa Claus, and then we'll spin again and we'll give away the Cocktails at Midnight. What else we got going on over here? Susan finished in 59th. That's pretty good. Oh, look, there you go, Wana. I was already, see, because I wrote it down, you see. I wrote your name down because I saw it when we were, yeah, I'm on it. All right, look, I've cut my head off. I don't like that at all. Okay, so we will spin, first of all, for Santa Claus with Kidtastic. So good luck to you all. Here we go. Oh, wait. Let's shuffle you up first. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And now we'll go. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Right round, round, round. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Rock a baby, right round. Here we go. Santa Claus is waiting for one of you. Let's see who's going to get a chance to go and see Santa. So there goes Julia and Catalin and Jen again. That'd be funny if you came up, Jen, right? Raluca, George, could be going on to Dana, maybe. Will it stick with Dana? I think it might, you know. I think it might. Dana J, my dear, that is for you. We've got you hooked up to go and see Santa Claus, or you can nominate somebody to go as well. If you know somebody that's got children that would like to go and see him, we can arrange that. It will be sometime during next week. So Dana, I know you're playing because you're in the feed. Do drop me a line and let me know the phone number of the person that you would like to go and see. You don't have to take children. If you want to go with a boyfriend or a best friend or whatever, you're welcome to do that as well and take some fun photos. But we do need your phone number, so contact us straight away. Right, let's get rid of your name. You will stay on the wheel. We're going to shuffle, and we're going to spin again. This is for the cocktail box delivered on New Year's Eve from Cocktails at Midnight. 1, 2, 3, away we go. Spin me right round, baby, right round, like a rook, baby, right round, round, round. You spin me right round, baby, right round. You must be sick of me singing this damn song by now, right? You must be. All right, it's coming round. There goes Christian, Gabriella, Corneliu, Alina, Radika, Fraser's there, Raluca, Mihaela, Christian Ionescu, who won not too long ago. Horia is the next person on the list. Horia? I think it could be you, and indeed it is. Horia Kalina, well done, you are a winner. Now, Horia, if you are playing tonight, please send me a message either on Patreon or through the Facebook page with your phone number and your home address of where you would like the box delivered. That is vital. And the same goes for everybody else that has won. Make sure you send me a message with your address and your phone number so that I can sort this out, because Cocktails at Midnight are arranging all of their deliveries and they need you to do that. Okay. Back to the main screen, and here we are again. So that was a fun quiz. Well done, Vlad, for coming up with such a bundle of fun questions. And yes, we can do a video games quiz again. I think like I said earlier, when we do these 50 years quizzes, there's always going to be things that we don't include. So it was the same with the literature one and the movies one and the music one. There's always going to be 50 years quizzes that we can do, and we can do them over and over and over. So look, let's do another video game one sometime in the new year. So we've only got a couple of quizzes to go before Christmas. We start on Wednesday with your last general knowledge quiz, which is going to be fun. It always is, I promise. We'll make sure we've got some nice prizes. And then the big one on Saturday. Saturday next week will be your big Christmas quiz. Now, as you know, we normally try and do lots of cool stuff for the big Christmas quiz. When we do it in person, we give away really, really big prizes. That's a little bit more difficult this year because a lot of those prizes just don't exist, because they're experiences that we can't give you because they don't exist at the moment. So we will be giving away a whole ton of cool presents, and they will be physical prizes as well as dinners and stuff and things like that. And we're going to make sure that you get those physical prizes, providing you are in Bucharest, delivered to you, and it might even be me that brings them to you. In fact, it probably will be. I'm going to come out and physically bring the prizes to you, providing you tell me where you are. Okay, no, it won't be on that night, but it will be in the few days after that quiz. I'm going to come out around the city and deliver socially distancedly, I'm going to do the whole social distance thing, but I will deliver your prizes to you wherever you are. So we're going to give away a ton of stuff, and there will be extra prizes, very cool prizes for our gold and silver Patreons. And if you want to be like Wana and upgrade to silver or gold, it supports us at Christmas, which of course is very, very nice of you to do, and you might win a ton more prizes on the wheel as well. Now, we have got some other ideas. We can do a full Zoom quiz, for example. We can get you guys on screen. We know that we can use our streaming software within Zoom. That can be done. Maybe you'll like that. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you wouldn't like that. I don't know. Do let us know. Just drop me a line and let me know what you would like to do. We can do Zoom with just some of you, and the rest of you can watch as normal. We'll have some fun next week. We'll try and come up with a few bits and pieces, but the main thing is we want to give lots and lots of presents. And yes, I will come out to your houses wherever you are. I'm not going to dress as Santa, but maybe I'll wear a hat, because that will keep my ears warm. And with these ears, you don't want to get them cold. They're nice and big. All right. I'll do a write-up over on Facebook. I'd love to go and see what the score is in the Manchester derby that I'm missing at the moment. Nobody's given me an update. It was 0-0 when we started. But look, thank you so much again to Vlad for joining in. Well done to Simo for getting their first ever win. You are our video game champion of this year. And that was incredibly good fun. Whatever you do for the rest of the evening, make sure you have fun. And we will see you again. Thank you, George, for giving us the update. 0-0 there. I appreciate that. I'm not missing anything. We'll see you again on Wednesday night. Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us.